You all blew me away with all the views I got on the video, on the second one about Lake Powell. You could knock me over with a feather. I would have practiced more had I known over 400,000 people would have been watching. Uh, as of today, it's like 480 some thousand. Today is Tuesday, June 28th. And I want to thank everybody. I just can't hardly believe it. Lois is happy. She can't wait till I do the next one. She says, where's your next trip and when are you going to do it? So she'll be enjoying it from her living room along the way. I'm glad that you like the scenery. There's going to be more because I live in a beautiful state, and I love to let people see how beautiful it is. And what else? I'm going to show you where I sleep now in my Subaru out back, how I fixed it up. I do have a camp trailer, which I'll show a picture of, but I don't like towing something, and I have to take our F-150 truck, so you automatically cut your gas mileage. I get 12.4 miles a gallon here in Colorado, and with my Subaru I'll get anywhere from 29 to 34 miles to the gallon. So it's kind of like backpacking in a car, travel light and fast. Now I want to try to show you, we're out here in my studio where I do some painting and stuff. It's all of 6 feet by 6 feet. Here's my view out. And here's a view of my, what I call my secret garden. And it's an old map from the late 60s, early 70s. I can't exactly remember when. But this gives you a visual of how many mountains there are. It's over half the state. Denver's here. I live in Littleton down here. So I'm close to the foothills, and I'm going to start showing you some of the beautiful scenery I have right close to my house, what we call our own Garden of the Gods. So the next video I'm hoping to do is going to be the headwaters of the Colorado River, and it is clear up here. Poudre Lake's where it starts. Here's Grand Lake, here's Granby, and some stories there because clear back in the 30s they decided that the eastern slope, the Front Range, needs water because we don't get a whole lot of rain. In the old days we got more than we do now, but this was sugar beet country, and they needed water for agriculture. So they built a tunnel 13.1 miles through the mountains, and there would be so much controversy nowadays, I don't know if that would ever happen, but it took 50% of the Colorado River water at that point at Grand Lake immediately and brought it over to the Front Range. It serves a lot of people now. Water goes as far down as to Boulder Reservoir, Horsetooth Reservoir. There's a whole bunch of little reservoirs that get the water, and miles and miles of irrigation ditches that I don't know how many are still in use, because those would have been from sugar beet days. But from the headwaters, I want to take you, there's a stretch of road it's all gravel from Kremling to a place called State Bridge, and I want to go and get some footage along there. So hopefully soon I'll be going off and sleeping in my little Subaru to do that. Okay, this is my Subaru. It's a 2013 Outback. This is the back before I start putting my sleeping platform in. And I built this out of scrap because I wanted to do something with things I already have without having to spend more money. I have a table that I made just from a piece of scrap plywood, a couple legs from some scrap wood I have hanging around because I like to build things. It goes in like so. So this space, when you're camping, if I'm up there reading, I need a place to put a lamp and a book and whatever. So now let me get that. There's a little table set up with a lantern. It would have a book, box of Kleenex there, keys, flashlight when I'm camping. I also have a 1-burner stove, a bigger pot. My go-to foods is peanut butter and beans. The titanium mug here, I can't heat just the proper amount of water for one of these. I carry this as a windscreen. Never hurts to have some foil. I carry an insulated mug. Try to keep things light as possible. I'm trying to get by with this because then I'll have clothes in the crate. And then out here in Colorado, coats. I usually have to take an assortment of coats and a cheap chair in case it gets stolen. That'll mark my spot because I don't want my more expensive stuff to get stolen. This table folds up, but that table alone was $35, so somebody could walk off with it pretty easy. And that is about it. One last thing, I have a Jackery for portable power, so I can use my radio with batteries or to plug it in. I have a cord, but to charge phones, when it was cooler, I was thinking of using a heat lamp to keep myself warm in the morning before I have to get up. You can just plug stuff right into here. Never without power. This is right almost in my backyard. Just a few miles from where I live.